What it do, what it do, what it do. It's your boy Big Val Opinion back with another live video. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that share button. And most importantly, make sure you sub to the channel. Turn on that post notification bell so that you be notified each and every time that your boy Big Val is going live, man. With that being said, let's get into this intro. Welcome to Big Val Opinion. Moderators, with my permission, any negativity in the chat should be hidden from this channel. This channel is a negativity-free channel, drama-free channel, and we are here to push the message out. We will not be distracted. So with my permission, any negativity in the chat should be hidden from this channel. Welcome to Big Val Opinion Platform.
And I just really want people to know I appreciate anybody that's helping me. I appreciate anybody that's helping me. A lot of people have been there for me. I just don't want people going back and forth, being mad at each other because one person did this for me and another person did that for me. That's what the devil wants. He wants to cause confusion. That's what these people want. They want to cause confusion. And I just really want people to know I appreciate anybody that's helping me. I appreciate anybody that's helping me. A lot of people have been there for me. I just don't want people going back and forth, being mad at each other because one person did this for me and another person did that for me. That's what the devil wants. He wants to cause confusion. That's what these people want. They want to cause confusion. And confusion ain't gonna do nothing but keep me in here. But the real thing here.
Brother Jeff, what's going on, Brother Jeff?
Yo, Vibe, what's going on, brother? Peace and blessings to you.
Man. Hey, we got that call. We here.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Hey, peace and blessings to everybody in the chat. Hope everybody having a great evening, preparing for, that phone call tomorrow morning.
Most definitely, man. How you been? How the family, man? How everything going?
Man, everything is well. And I'm just maintaining. How about yourself, brother?
Same old thing, man. Slow motion, man. Got a tweet from Jennifer. She spoke about. I got a tweet that I screenshotted from Twitter from Jennifer. She addressed the support and people, addressing the BOP situation or whatnot. We gonna talk about that tonight. Also, I hear people saying they taking a break and stepping back. And I understand it, man. This shit get overwhelming. It gets frustrating, especially with the constant back and forth and challenging each other. So I can understand that notion. You get what I'm saying? So
I definitely understand it.
So we're gonna speak on some of that. We're gonna let Kel speak, and like he just said, he appreciate everybody that's helping him. Everybody that's willing to do everybody that's willing to write the Department of Justice what I want people to do is I put the link to the letters on my community wall today, and there's a link to the PDFs. So now you ain't got to go to the website. You ain't got to do nothing. You go right to my community wall, go right to that link, click that link, and request the PDFs, and you can download them. All you have to do is put a signature, envelope, package it, and put it in the mail. Simple as it could be put. If that's something that you want to do. Like I said, I want to play an audio. There's one audio I want to play from Kells as well. The Tavis Smiley interview that I always play. And he talks about, if he wouldn't have said nothing, and how everybody was advising him to don't do music and different things like that. I'm quite sure we're accustomed to hearing it, but I think some people need to hear this interview, because when he say, I didn't put my music down, because why would a soldier put down his weapon in the midst of a war? And he compared his music to being his weapon. So I understand the frustration that comes with representing this sector. I understand the sleepless nights. I understand the private invasion of privacy. I understand all of that. But in the space we're in right now, stepping back is not I don't think to take a step back is the ideal thing to do, because this is the time where we really need to be pushing on the gas.
Yeah, I can agree. But I also think that if you feel overwhelmed and you want to take a break, there's nothing wrong with that. Especially if you feel like it's necessary, because this is not only an emotional battle, it's a spiritual battle. So if you feel your spirit is getting weary at points, it's nothing wrong with taking a break to refresh, but I wouldn't say to just totally, withdraw yourself. Just take you some time. You know what I'm saying? Time is of the essence. And if you feel that's necessary, take that necessary time, whether it be a couple days or a couple weeks, even up to a month or so. This is not just a race, it's a marathon. You know what I'm saying? It's not a battle, it's a whole war. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be mentally, physically, spiritually prepared. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes all people have, all soldiers, generals, lieutenants, whatever position you may play in the battle, in the war, you have to take your proper rest from time to time to regroup and regather yourself. So sometimes it is necessary.
Yeah, that's what they say. Pruning in the Bible, it say pruning is necessary. And sometimes that's something that we have to do. Because we still live everyday life. We still have a job, most of us. We still have children that look after, on top of advocating at the same time. You get what I'm saying? So,
what up, Trev?
What up, Trevor?
Yeah.
So for people, I'm not sure. It like yesterday, couple days ago, I came out like, well, I'm trying to, we promote the website. Oh, it's don't, stretch the website. Oh, let's do this. I don't know why people make everything that comes about to help Robert, it becomes a argument. I'm not sure if it's because of this person created it or that person or this person, then whatever the situation may be. But if the agenda and the objective is to bring awareness to the injustice that has taken place against Robert Kelly, then why does individual preferences matter? Who did it and what did it? Long if it's right, long as it's in the realm of the injustice and not nothing that's going to affect the situation. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. What's good, Lady Earth B? And that's the whole thing right there. Cause I'm gonna say this, you know, as far as Chaos is concerned, that man he has maintained his silence. He has unofficially been muted for years. And, you know, people have done things in this, for this man, have thrown events, rallies, birthday parties, balloon releases, things that this man never asked people to do. And I'm pretty sure that he appreciates it all. But when it comes to this man saying, hey, this is what I want you to do for me. I'm not asking you to hop on a flight. I'm not asking you to go out your way to spend any money. I'm just asking you to put a letter in the mail for me. You know what I'm saying? And if
and
you
it's
don't,
and the letter in the mail is for me, but it's for you. It's for future references. It's for the next R. Kelly. It's for the next Big Vi. It's for the next Jeff. It's for the next Muse. It's for the next Derek. It's for future references. You know what I'm saying? Bringing awareness to the injustice that's taking place. So even if take it, however you want to look at it, but you have to think about the change that this is going to mean for the future. But sorry for cutting you off. I yield back.
Oh no, I'm happy that you said that because that's exactly what I think. This is, what people are missing is the advocacy parts of it, because this could happen to anybody. So we looking at this in real time happening to this brother. So it's bringing awareness. Now, the BOP situation may not be the catalyst to get him out, but if their constitutional rights can be violated to this extreme, to these measures, then there's changes that could be made that are necessary. Because if you're gonna tell me someone can look into my sensitive information and it can, regardless who gave it to the government witness in a case, it's still witness tampering, regardless how you look at it. Mm-hmm. And regardless, it's still bringing awareness to an injustice. So that affects everybody. Any American citizen should be appalled by that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the bigger picture, you know what I'm saying, of it all. So I'm happy you said that.
Most definitely, man. So, that's why I do what I do and I do it the way that I do. And I'm glad that Lady B Earth said what she said, because that's one of the biggest things that I preach. I don't like mixing. I don't like mixing with the opposition. And that's just my personal opinion and what I choose to not do. Like I say, I don't tolerate it. When those people come into my chat, I block them. I try to keep the drama away as much as possible, understanding that some stuff is going to get by. But if I can keep the majority of it out of here, then the better it is for us over here. Because like I say, I try to protect my chat. I try to protect my people on the panel. I also protected myself as well, because I understand that there's people out here that don't want to see the work done. There's people out here that don't care to do the work. That's why I created an express way for people to be able to pull up these letters if they choose to send the letters. I'm not going to tell nobody you have to do this. It's an option. But if you are in it for the injustice, then why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? Why not? And also, like I told people, read over it. If you don't trust it, read it.
Mm-hmm.
Read it for yourself. That's it.
That's it.
And see, when people say, and what I look at when people say, "Oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that," you know, it's so much more to it than what people are not seeing. So I think I'm gonna see if I could go to it. What I did, I put let's see. People may not be able to see it. I'm gonna see if they can though. I made a post on my community wall earlier today. And I just put the post up there. As you guys can see, it's a link at the bottom of the post, right? If you look on my stream, you'll see a community post, but you see the blue part is a link. And the post says, for those who wish to send letters, click the link. What you waiting for? It says send a request to get your letters today. So when you click that link, what up, Lil Mac? When you click the link, send a request. When you send a request, it's going to give you access to these PDFs. Those are the letters. Those are the letters. And who they going to be addressed to. It's all in this link. Shout out to Lavish Lady for sending this to me. This is the affidavit. This is the evidence from the investigation. It's all there. All you have to do is click the link, send the request to get access to the link to the PDFs, and all you have to do is print them off. They're yours. From that point on, they're yours. That's gonna help. That's gonna help. And if you have questions about the letters and the letters and things about the letters, let's see. Here, let's go to overlay. Well, Jennifer, shout out to Lady B Earth, because she told me that Jennifer had made a tweet. But I went over and I got the tweet. And the tweet here, it says, Bungean Law Group support appropriate efforts to hold the BOP responsible for misconduct against Mr. Kelly. Mr. Kelly is our client, but we also support his right to express himself about this injustice. We also support those who want to communicate their demands for the justice to the BOP. So there you have it. For the people who was curious to if Jennifer knew this, or was his lawyers informed, or whatever, that's from Bungean Law Group addressing, the efforts that the supporters are doing to help out with, as far as bringing awareness to the investigation that took place that halted no resource. They got evidence, but the resource that we needed to understand was what happened to this officer. Why was Tasha K arrested? You know what I'm saying? Why isn't this officer name been exposed, turned over to Mr. Kelly's legal team? Those are the answers that we're looking for.
Absolutely. I'm so happy that, Jennifer put that tweet out to quiet all of the confusion. So there should be no more confusion as far as, people that were on the fence about writing the letters, and if Bungean was in support of that. She said that clearly, and this would be the second time that she had addressed this. So it's like, you had to be crazy to think that Kels would be out here doing all these interviews, trying to bring awareness to this situation without getting, the approval or getting the green light from his attorney. You know what I'm saying? That's just ludicrous to even believe that. So let's be clear. When you have people out here that have told you they're not here for Mr. Kelly, have told you they 1 minute they support, the next minute they don't, then the next minute they support. Why even pay attention to those type of people? If you're a true supporter and you listening to, you're gonna have to be headstrong in your support, and you're gonna have to listen to the people that are 100, that are that are down for the same cause that you on, and just move forward. That man is not gonna jeopardize his appeal by not clearing what he can talk about. There's many things that he could talk. This is just the tipping of the iceberg. This is something that Jennifer told him, you can go ahead and talk about that. You can go ahead and bring awareness to it. If we look at an injustice that's going on at the same time, rest in peace to the young Queen Shanquilla. They family is writing the BOP, the DOJ, CNN, CBS News. They writing all. They not leaving no stones unturned. So why would the supporters of R. Kelly do any different? Right, whoever you want to bring awareness to, what Mr. Kelly is talking about, that's fine. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. But nobody should be out here shunning it. You shouldn't be talking against it. That's counterproductive. And it's time out for all that.
That's it. If you ain't gonna do it, don't do it. But don't talk against it because you choose not to do it.
Absolutely.
I agree. What up, Unc? What you got going, man?
What's up, nephew Vi? Greetings to you, nephew. Blessings to you. Blessings to the chat family. Blessings to our community activist, brother Jay Taylor. How you doing, my brother? Chi-Town finest.
Hey, what up, brother Muse? Chi-Town, one love. How you feeling, bro?
On my way home, man. Going to head in, so I'm gonna take the long route, nice and smooth, while I'm listening in, and I, impart anything I might want to say.
Oh man, always an honor and a pleasure, brother.
Yeah.
So, but I tell you though, I do believe, I have a spiritual belief, and I understand what it is when that time is getting close. Even the Bible tell you about the disruption that's going to be caused when that time is near.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And right now, when you seeing all the confusion, when they say you're going to see kids turn against their parents, the parents turn against the children, there's going to be all type of evil going on in the world. God didn't warn you of that. And we see some of this stuff every day. Whether people want to address it or not. But now we looking at a situation where Kel is going through. His freedom is right there. It's close. And the closer it get to that freedom, the more disruption is going to be caused. Because
it's going to be intensified.
It's necessary that it happen. Because all the real intentions have to be exposed.
Mm-hmm.
God is not going to come in and clean the house and sweep the floor and don't clean the windows.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Jeff, how that saying going? The darkest day is just before the crack of dawn. How did that, something like that?
Oh yeah, I can't remember it off the top, but I know what you're
saying. You know what I'm talking about. So that's just a principle of life, and that's where a lot of us get weary. We fall, we back up, we give up, we give in. We say, this ain't working, because we don't understand the process. And here's our thing: when we can't control an outcome, no matter what it is, then we feel some type of way about it and take it personal.
Mm-hmm.
But you're trying to be God in the earth. Then that's what the Holy Spirit was left on the planet for. When Jesus left, he said, "I'll send you the Comforter. I'll send you the Holy Spirit. That's going to help you. It's going to bring knowledge back to your remembrance. Everything I've been teaching you, everything that you need to understand, everything you need to know, your whole journey of life. I'm gonna send you a Comforter. I ain't gonna leave and go intercede on your behalf in heaven and leave you down here bogus like that. I'm gonna give you a comforter. But the reason why I have to leave and they have to come because both of us can't occupy the same two spot on Earth. It's too much power. The Earth couldn't handle it. So while I'm going up here to take care of this business, that paraphrase it to bring it up to our language. While I go up here and take care of this business, I'm gonna send you somebody down here that's gonna help you, that's gonna represent me, and you're gonna know it's me because everything that I've taught you, everything that's good and decent and pure and righteous and holy, that's gonna line up with that. Anything that don't line up with that, you leave it alone and keep it moving. You check it. You check it with the truth and with the proof of the truth and with what's right, and then you move on. And that's it. If it gets out of hand where your family is being threatened, your person is being threatened, well, you got the laws of the land to deal with that. And that's how you do. Piggyback on what y'all say. You can't be controlled by what a fool gonna do, man. Because people do foolish stuff for various reasons. They in pain, they in hurt, they in bitterness, they in misery, they're under deception. You know what I mean? They've been hoodwinked, led astray, they deceived, their mind is not right. Some people, it ain't a demon in some people just need medication, bro. And I'm not being facetious when I say that. I'm serious, a heart attack. Some people just need a little help. You know what I mean? And then you got those who, yeah, they got a demon. You know what I mean? And so that's what it is. So you got to know that it's come with that. It come with it, bro. That's what life does. You want your success? Life take you through a journey and say, how bad do you want it? Or you just bluffing and just talking? Do you know what it takes to achieve what you're talking about? Do you know the steps that it takes? And it tests you. That's with anything else. And that's how you find out in our year back who really for you. Ply said in one of his songs in his first album, you never find the truth out about a person until y'all fall out. When things that is trying and it's toughest, when the things that is roughest and it's hardship and, people slander your name, everybody going against you, that's when you really find out, like Pac said, who is your closest road dogs. And I yield back.
What up, T. Glenn? What up, Darlene, Netta? What's going on? Yeah, man, and that's what it's about. People have to understand that these tests are going to come about. But when you on a mission to accomplish something, I mean, you don't get to the top of the mountain just to say I quit.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't get right to the top just to say I quit. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's all about achieving what you set out to do. And if I set out to fight for injustice, that means my mission is not over until justice is served.
That's right. Till the mission is completed.
That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And, sometimes along the way we get weary, and it's nothing wrong with that. We flesh and bone. But at the same time, we have the indwelling spirit of the Most High within us to keep us strong in those moments. So it's just like your phone. Sometimes, you're going to use that battery up. You're going to have to put it back on the charger to charge it back up. And when you back at 100%, you ready to rock and roll again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just, then I think a lot of people have been, in the company of others that they are not coming to the realization that they shouldn't have been.
There's some spirit drainers, man.
Yeah, it's a revelation going on. And the truth is being revealed. And in the process of that, we have to be steadfast in our journey. You know what I'm saying? And recognize when the spirit is talking to you, you have to listen. You got to regroup. This fight here is something that is going to stand the test of time, because when it's rooted in righteousness, you will not fail And if you do fall weary, you will be rejuvenated. So just get back on it, man. Don't let these naysayers, these they say the Bible said a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Yes, sir.
So
Brother Jeff, you got an echo. You got an echo.
That
We
sounds
both got an
good.
echo. We both got an echo, nephew.
I don't hear it.
I hear it.
I don't hear when Jeff talk.
Yeah, I didn't hear it right through. But I hear it when I talk.
It's been sounding. The chat ain't complaining, so yeah, man. But you know, the biggest thing is another thing is with people with us. You know, it ain't always. You know, you have to be able to be in the presence of different environments and still be able to maintain your sanity. You know what I'm saying? Don't allow yourself to get caught up in what's going on around you just because you're present.
Absolutely.
And what has happened in this chaos sector, what I see over the last 4 years, man, a lot of people have become consumers of these environments that, you know, they once came just to visit.
That's correct. I agree.
And now you have it to where you have supporters that support, and the supporters that's on the fence, they are sitting back now looking like they don't know which direction to go. They don't know who to follow, you know.
That's really unfortunate because at the end of the day, like you said, look at other movements. They don't have this confusion. The movement for Shanquilla is strong. They on one accord.
Hold on, they hear the echo. Put mute yours on. Keep talking, Jill.
Yeah, they on one accord. So I guess it's me echoing.
Now just keep talking. Do y'all still hear echo?
I'm gonna try to log out and come back in because I still hear it.
Or make hit your like, you know how you pull up your streams and close the YouTube. If you got now you probably ain't got YouTube, but I send you the link direct.
Right.
Oh yeah, just probably just close it out and come back in and, you know, let's try that. Man, Lex, get your ass on the stream, man. I've been sent you the link. You always come up in the chat typing and shit. What up, Sir Miguel? You say Jeff still echoing. Okay.
What's going on, gentlemen?
What's up?
What's going
How
on,
you
Black
been?
News? What's happening?
How you been? What's going on? What's your mental like tonight, man?
Hey, man, I'm healthy. God is good. It's a good day to be above ground. Everything else is secondary.
What's going on? What you got for us tonight, man?
And man, you know, as y'all said earlier, you know, when the author of confusion know his time is up, it's always a mess. And there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And the closer you get, that lighter, the lighter that light gonna get shine brighter. And of course, I know everybody's every which way but loose. But at the end of the day, if you can't go with your heart or what God leads you to do, then 9 times out of 10 you're gonna fall into the mess, into the trap. That's what's going on. So people have to understand that at the end of the day, you have to be the one that make the decision for whatever you want to do in terms of whether it's fighting for injustice or whatever purpose it is. But you can't allow the chaos and the emotional confusion knock you off your square and deter you from the path that you're supposed to be on. Because the day you do that, that's the day you're defeated and you can't win in the first place. So with that being said, I'm just gonna say this. If you're gonna do the right thing, do the right thing. If you're gonna do the wrong thing, then do the wrong thing. But know that there's consequences for both good and bad. I stand on the right side of good and the righteousness. And at the end of the day, if you do what's right, God will see you through. But guess what? The devil will see you through too, because he don't need to use the bad people because they're already set. He want to take the people that's trying to do right away from the mission. So stay the course, and I'll leave it at that. Brother Jeff, what's up? Who else was there? Brother D. Appreciate y'all. Love the commentary. And just know this, man. No fight has ever been easy. But like Jeff said, Shanquilla and them think they going in the right direction. And for whatever reason, all this chaos is going on. Most of us understand why. But if you want to be first, take care of your household first. Then everything else will fall in place. Other than that, stop throwing rocks and hiding your hand. Because God see what you're doing. Other than that, I'll yield back.
Brothers, how's everybody doing tonight, man?
What's up, brother Lex?
What up, Lex? Yes, we all echoing. We all echoing as we come in. It's an echo delay. It's a delayed echo.
Am I echoing?
They say yes, there's an echo, but not with you, Vi. So it's gotta be. There's somebody on the earpiece or something.
That's me. Hold on, let me.
That's me. I'm in the truck, so I'm on my way home in the truck. So I've done that before and never had no problem.
Exactly. Let me go out.
But I'm gonna leave out. I'm gonna leave out and come back in.
All right, test
Brother Lex, what's up, man? What you got to offer for us tonight, man?
First of all, I want to do a testing. Am I still echoing?
Well, it's up to the chat to hear you. You sound good to me, but the chat, they hear something different. I'm not listening from YouTube, so.
Okay. I just want to drop a quick comment. I'm gonna drop this comment. I'm gonna take care of something. I'm gonna get back on. For those who seem to think that what the BOP officer didn't have an effect on the case, they're highly mistaken. Now I know a lot of people tend to think that what the BOP officer did wasn't relevant to the case. However, even though that BOP officer probably had a union to protect them from being fired or them not being able to get their pension or whatnot, let's just say they did, and the BOP officer got fired or whatever the case may be. What the BOP officer did, however, still had an impact on the case. The BOP officer stole from the job documents that were very important, federal documents that were, however, very important to a big case. And those particular documents that were stolen were given to a blogger, and that particular blogger, however, gave them to a person in the case, the star witness. So if that BOP officer hadn't have done that, the government wouldn't have a leg to stand on. We wouldn't be talking right now about this case.
Do you still have your YouTube? Do you still have your YouTube open?
Let me close it.
You go ahead and close that YouTube.
I just closed.
Now let's keep talking and let's see what happened now.
All right. How am I signing now?
Oh yeah, no echo on my end.
Okay, good. I don't know what everybody caught what I was saying, but I was pretty much saying the BOP officer, maybe she did get fired, maybe she didn't, or maybe they had a union and they protected her up until this time. But a lot of flack is being given. I've heard a lot of flack is being given that the VOP officer stole those documents, and that was like an internal affair at the VOP officer of corrections or whatnot. So my thing is, for the people who think that what the VOP officer did didn't affect the case, it definitely did affect the case, because that VOP officer would have did what they did, stealing documents from the job, email them to themselves, sharing them with bloggers, and then the blogger, however, after that, share them with the star witness. They wouldn't have a case, they wouldn't have a leg to stand on. We wouldn't be right here talking about this right now. But things were done illegally, and that's what we're fighting for right now, to make sure it doesn't happen to the next person. And that's what I want to say, because you got a lot of people out here just sitting there thinking that, well, that wasn't nothing, that's normal. Even though they did go into a camp to see what was going on, I know people do have the authority to look up your records or whatnot in the Bureau of Prisons, but you don't have the authority to take those same records, fax them to yourself or email them to yourself, and then share them to other people. That impacts the whole case. And that's what I wanted to get at, because I know a lot of people keep thinking and saying that it didn't have an impact. And that's my gripe about the whole thing. And if you want to send the letters out, I urge everyone to go ahead and do it. If not, then still spread the awareness. Still share the content that we've been giving out for the last couple of years, months, or whatever the case may be. Still do this content, because somebody needs to hear it. Everybody needs to know what's going on, because this is serious business. And I'll yield back on my time.
Absolutely. That's very important, bro. And I'm happy that you said that, because I don't think people really realize the gravity of this situation. However, that the BOP dealt with that particular employee, they should be held accountable, and it should be brought awareness to it. Just like
Absolutely.
any other demonstration that has taken place in the effort to bring awareness to this man's injustice, it should be taken serious. And one thing people were worried about was if the attorney, Jennifer Bongine, had a problem with it. I was hearing all type of different narratives. Oh, she's against it. She don't want him doing. She's feeling like, oh, this is getting on her nerves. No, it says it right there on the screen. We don't have any indiscrepancies about him bringing awareness to the misconduct against Mr. Kelly. And it says it right there. Mr. Kelly is our client, but we also support his right to express himself about this injustice. We also support those who want to communicate their demand for justice to the BOP. So, with that being said, any type of concerns have been addressed. So, if you want to send letters and support, do that with any fear of you doing anything wrong or facetious that can affect this man in a negative light. No, we bringing awareness, and we support those that want to bring awareness. And we're going to support the injustice against Black men, that we're going to fight against that, and we're going to make sure that we make noise on our end. Because at the end of the day, if we don't do it, who going to do it? You know what I'm saying? And if they could do this to Mr. Kelly, with him being a super mega star, I think that every United States citizen should take this as a lesson learned. We cannot sit back and allow this to just take place and we remain silent. So I salute, you know what I'm saying, Kels for speaking up. They talking about, oh, it's a danger. Man, they already done tried to kill that man was in there. You had a man try to step on that man's head while he was asleep. You know what I'm saying? God forbid anything happened to that man. We got the recordings of him calling in and explaining what they were doing to him. That's a blessing. By this man being at the age that he's at least we have his words to know the injustice. You know, he know what's at stake. He know what his life is at stake, and we seen it happen with. We could go down a long laundry list of people that have been, targeted. Our artists, our legends. We could go all the way back to Sam Cooke, to Marvin Gaye, to Prince, to Michael Jackson, to Whitney Houston. We see what they have done. So it's imperative that he speaks out and do what he's doing. And I salute him for that. That man is a strong man. I salute him and I stand with R. Kelly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I like to speak to the fact that he is speaking. I mean, everybody want to know why he he's so silent, or like he say, if I sit there, matter of fact, I'm gonna stop explaining it. We're gonna let him tell y'all how he feel people look at him when it comes to certain things, speaking or not speaking. Like he said, they gonna automatic. He did it, cause we gonna hear him say it in his own words what he feel.
Yeah.
I want to jump ahead because the 7-year turmoil that you went through vis-a-vis the trial for child pornography, your advisors, almost to a person, told you over and over and over again, while you're going through this period, Kels, do not put out sexually explicit material. Do not. The audience can't handle that. Your fans can't handle it. It's not going to be good for the outcome of this trial. Tone it down. Don't put that out. You ignore all of them, do it anyway, and get bold with it. It's during this period you put out Chocolate Factory, you put out Remix, you put out Ignition. Here they're telling you not to do this, and you put out a song about putting your key in the ignition. I read that and I wanted to ask, so I will, why it is that you went against your advisors? What is it that you were thinking, that you were feeling, that kept you doing that when everybody else told you not to do that?
Well, first of all, let me say, I wasn't bold about it, and I didn't totally ignore them, because that would be the worst thing to do, is totally ignore your advisors or your lawyers. I listened to them, we talked, we discussed the situation. I felt strong, very strong, as I said many years ago about the trial, that I will have my day in court, and I will be innocent, and I will walk away, and I will move on with my life. I said that in the beginning. I said that during the middle part of the trial and everything else. I look at my music like a soldier looks at his sword. You never put your sword down in the midst of a war. You never lay down in the midst of a war. And I think that my lawyers were good lawyers, great lawyers, but I didn't think they had that part down. And you have to be the soldier in the midst of the war to even understand that. And I was the soldier on the front line for my life, for my kids' life, for my fans. And I told them I would not lay down. I would not stop doing music. Why would I do that? I think that would say, oh yeah, he did it. I think that would say all of the things that people want to say about R. Kelly. So I did what I'm supposed to do. Like any fireman that goes up in the building, they don't get to the building and say, oh, wait a minute, that's just too much fire. But you're a fireman. So go and fight the fire. Don't care how much it is. I had to go and I had to do my music. I'm not going to change my lyric. I'm not going to change my name. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm going to do my music. And that's what I did. And that's what I told the company, even though they continued to say, no, don't do it. But the minute Ignition came out, which was the first song I did, it blew up, and all of a sudden the company's calling me, everybody's calling me, come do an album cover shoot. We got to get the rest of this album done. We got to go there. We got to bring your clothes. We're gonna have well, I ain't got no doggone makeup person. Yeah. You got some makeup? Bring your own makeup. We'll do it. I mean, it just got crazy. So I did what I felt was right for myself.
Man, I just
go ahead,
listening to that, bro.
Go ahead, expound upon that, Jeff.
Just listening to that, bro. And I believe I think the echo back. But okay, maybe not. But this man came out and said on one of those interviews, I forget which one, he said, God placed this on my heart. So if he's saying that God placed this on his heart, we might not see the end game. It might not make sense to us in the physical, but who are we to question God's plan? Just like those attorneys told that man, don't make no songs like this, don't do this. He said, man, I have a greater understanding. I not only understand, I overstand my mission. I have to continue to do and be me to go ahead and weather the storm. A soldier does not put down his sword in the midst of a war.
Speak on it. Speak.
So when we look at this particular situation now, why would he concede to overlook what he knows is an obvious injustice, a miscarriage of justice?
Make it plain.
See, we don't know all the details that are inside of those emails, those phone calls. You know what I'm saying? Not only correspondence between girlfriends. No, it's attorney and client privilege that was compromised. He knows what was in those emails. So why would he sit up there knowing what they have and knowing what was shown to a government witness in his case? Why would he, knowing that, and we can't do nothing about it? They already disciplined that employee. No, I'm not buying that. You know what I'm saying? This what I believe is to be the case, and I'm gonna stand on that.
That's right.
So I salute him for remaining strong in his conviction.
Right. Salute, Shayleese, Shayleese, Bradley, Smokey Bell. Welcome to the channel, man. Make sure y'all subscribing when y'all come over, and we just having some good conversation, good dialogue. Oh, what you got to expound on it?
Yeah, the part that Jeff so eloquently laid out is the part I want to focus on. You have to be the soldier in the midst of that war to even understand what I'm talking about. Just let that breathe. I ain't even got to explain that. And I'm gonna be like Levi said some years. I ain't got time for no mind, bro. I ain't got no time for it. Miss them. They can keep it moving. You're here to support and research yourself and use your common sense. Then bless you. Keep it moving. He said you got to be the soldier in the midst of the war to even comprehend what I'm saying. And I'm saying it with conviction in the pit of my belly.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You can't comment on nothing unless you the individual that's facing life. You can speculate and do nothing but cause confusion. That's it, to disrupt. But those who have integrity, who have understanding and wisdom and insight, that's been through some issues of life, can do like Kel said in that interview with Miss GK. He said, use your common sense. But I found out now a year back, common sense is not common.
Hell no, it ain't. That's the most rarest thing to find nowadays. because you got a bunch of fucking followers and nobody's trying to question the direction that they're going.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? I like when he say you got y'all expound about it, but why would I put my music down? Why would I stop doing my music? He say, like a soldier in the midst of a war, why would he put down his shield?
They didn't even comprehend that. And they went up this thing for years and they studied that interview and they took away everything that was helping him that he needed. That's what they did.
Did I tell you that? How long ago have I said that? I said they took this interview and they took this interview personal because everything that they did this time around, he spoke about it in this interview. They silenced him for a reason. And like I tell people, Sony wasn't supporting him back then. They was telling him to don't do music, don't put nothing out. But he say as soon as Ignition went platinum, they come calling, talking about we gotta do a photo shoot, we gotta make all this. That was a sign right then and there.
Yep.
Now what happened now? If he would have still been able to put his music out like he did back then and put out another platinum hit during this trial, guess what Sony would have been in? Right there on side of him during this trial.
Yeah, at the bottom line is the money.
It's the money. That's it.
It always has been and it always will be.
What up, J-Rock? What's up, man? You just coming up in here, man. What's going on? What's that mental like today, man? Let us know what's up.
What's the business, Big Vi? What's going on, pal?
What's up, baby?
And look, I've been listening to y'all, and I co-sign with a lot of what you guys been saying. I mean, if you really take a look at things as a whole, what R. Kelly said in that interview, he stayed true to who he was. He didn't change anything because he said, I'm not going to stop doing music. Why would I do that? Because it would go back to for everybody to say everything that they thought that I did. Like, oh yeah, he did it, he did this, and he did that.
Right.
This
right.
Third. So he didn't. So he stayed true to who he was, especially when he said that as a soldier, you do not put down your sword or weapon down in the midst of a war. And I was on the front line for my life. If he didn't fight for his life, he was going to fight for it. Evidently, we didn't. Evidently, we saw the evidence of who actually would be fighting for him right now, because a whole lot of other people have been pretty much turning their back on him at this point in time. And see, what gets me is the fact that now, like you guys just said a minute ago, common sense is not always common. And damn it to hell if y'all ain't right. Because I was on a Lady D's panel earlier, and I broke down that timeline in regards to R. Kelly's catalog. But I asked a question, and the question that I asked was, if this was supposed to be about young black women and girls, and that's the drum they've been beating, talking about this is about young black women and girls, why has every single move that has been strategically made has been centered around this man's music catalog?
Mm-hmm.
And I went date for date from the one in the 90s album to the 12 play to the self-titled to Aaliyah's debut album and every event after. And then the fact when I saw Niecy on there, and the fact that the Chocolate Factory celebrated its 20th anniversary February 18th. 5 days after that, R. Kelly was sentenced in Chicago. So nobody can tell me that this is not about R. Kelly's catalog, because that's really what it's all about.
Hey, J Rock, you mind me asking you, brother? I don't mean to interrupt you, but do you mind asking you this? Throughout your research, did you document what you're telling us? Did you make a copy of it or write it down so that way when you do go on panel, we can just show it and let everybody know when they do come on the panel that they can see what you're talking about?
That's a good
I wrote
idea.
it down. Yeah, I wrote it down, but I haven't actually went forward and did like I haven't done like a PDF or anything.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be something. That was something I was thinking about when you told us that a long time ago on an old panel we did. I was thinking, I said, well, he may need to go ahead and just put that together so when we do a live, we talk about it, or you'll have it, or they can see it, so they can determine from themselves, okay, this was really, really going on, versus just really talking about it. Go ahead now. I'll let you go ahead and finish up.
No, I get what you're saying. I absolutely do, because it's not a bad idea, because I've been actually kind of thinking about doing that anyway. But see, the only thing was I just haven't figured out exactly how I want to present it and how I want it to look. So it's the little particulars on how I wanted to present it. But trust me, I'm way ahead of you on that. I just haven't figured out how I wanted to make it look yet. If I want to do like a PowerPoint form or a PowerPoint or something like that, I'm just trying to figure out how I wanted to actually present it.
Right. Okay.
What up, J Rock? I had to stop you all, and y'all can go ahead and laugh at me. I had to stop in 31 Flavors and High Park, yeah.
Hey, what you grab out of there?
The peanut butter chocolate.
Oh, okay. So you chilling like a player now.
Yeah. I got my plant-based ice cream in the freezer, but that seemed to be something I got hooked on, so I only go to them and get it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And you know the reason why I go and have parties and then go to none of the other facilities.
Oh yeah, man.
You already know. Yeah, you already know.
I want to be here because you're doing that.
Yeah. I yield back. J Rock. What up, Jay Rizzle? What up, J Rock?
Muse was good, man. I appreciate you.
Man. Hey, man, I needed to find out that exact spelling of Senator Sane.
Which one?
The one where he breaks down after 25 years, 30 years, 35 years, you can go back and get your master's back from the company and, all of that. I was trying to pull it up on YouTube, so I didn't remember what you said you had gathered that information from.
Give me a minute. I should.
I thought you were talking about another video. I could have sent you that. I mean, I thought you were talking about something different.
No.
I thought you were talking about the middle.
No. Man. Jeff, when the last time you went to Lucky Strikes over here?
Oh man, I ain't been over there, man, in some years, man. I to be honest with you. But
yeah, I've been having the urge to go back to bowling, man. I've been wanting to get back into bowling, man, trying to find some nice spots, man.
Yeah, last time I was bowling, I was way out in the burbs somewhere like by LaGrange.
Oh wow. Oh yeah, you went way out there. Okay. Yeah. I'm about to look into that during the summer, man. I want to, start doing that a little bit more, man.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's like in the city is kind of like desolate right now. You have to travel out just to have a good time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Which is, to me, is better too.
Yeah, actually.
Hey, Muse, I found the name of the video on the Senator Sane's page is called Universal Music's Connection to Surviving R. Kelly.
Okay.
A year ago.
Okay. Universal Connection.
I mean, J Rock with that timeline is so critical because if you notice in the New York trial, they didn't want him to establish a timeline to defend himself. that timeline would exonerate him from at least 85% of those accusations. Because how was this man doing all this and that, and he was on either tour or in the studio, or just doing other things instead of being in a position to hold anybody captive or any of that nonsense that they be trying to, put in the atmosphere. This man was too busy to do a third of the stuff that they accusing him of.
Absolutely. I mean, if you go back to the like I said, Javante Cunningham, who kept saying like on Survivor R. Kelly when she said she witnessed R. Kelly having sex with Aaliyah on the back of a tour bus, and I asked the question, "What tour were you on?" Because how could that even happen? Because the only major tour he had prior to his 12-play tour was he was on the Private Line tour with Gerald Levert back in the spring of 1992. And that was before that, and that was before, I think that was before they did that documentary on him in Chicago, and just before the 12-play album came out. So why would he have? And then if he had a tour bus, why would you? That would mean you got a tour bus that's just sitting around that you ain't even using, which is still costing you money.
Yep.
And if anything else in the music industry, the one thing you can't waste is money. And time.
That's right.
Everything got to be accounted for.
Yep. Yeah.
So why would you just sit around and just have a tour bus and you ain't on tour?
Yeah. To me, they real clever and nickel slick, man, because all of this stuff is a distraction, man, to get your attention off the crap that they was on. That's the bottom line, man. You ain't had nothing, so you gotta piece something together. You just can't throw anything out there. And then you gotta make it believable. So you gotta put something together. So you use all these clowns who was butthurt because they lick is gone. You know what I mean? Better get off your mind and go get you a job and go do something.
Yeah, not only that,
you know what I mean? It's just nonsense, man, and it's a disrespect to your intelligence, man. And our community is so full of the doggone Willie Lynch that we can't even see when we being bamboozled and misused.
Man, it's the envy that people carry in their hearts for individuals that they don't even have a relationship with. How can you turn on someone that you don't even know? How could you come against somebody that you don't even know? How could I take for face value somebody coming up telling me that, man, Muse, he around here robbing people, he no good, don't deal with him, don't mess with him, he gonna get you. If I don't know you, I just a lot of times you have to question motive, and that's something that the black community don't do. If they have a disdain towards you for whatever reason, any bullshit that comes out about you, they gonna believe it, whether it's true or not. They can dislike you. We in our community, we dislike people because of their success. Not that we don't have the same opportunity. It's because we don't apply ourselves and another person did. And you get mad because how he made it. Well, motherfucker, he was out there shooting jump shots all night when you was in the house asleep.
Right.
You had the same opportunity to go out there and catch rebounds. Goddamn, but you didn't do that. In our community, we get like Pop say, hypnotized with hatred. That shit is boozy. Hypnotized with hatred. We mad at the next person because they chose to do something different with their 24 hours than what I did.
There you go. That's it. That's all.
Absolutely. We all got the same 24 hours in a day. And how you apply it, you can't get mad, you know?
Yeah. It was said recently that Kobe only slept 4 hours a day. The other 20, he was grinding. You know what I mean? That's what that looks like. and a lot of people not willing to make the sacrifice. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. That's what happened with the young rich ruler. When he came up to Jesus, really, if you research it, he really came up to Jesus was trying to hustle, and he wanted to put that on his resume. You know what I mean? Like in essence, man, you know what I mean? How much can I get that for? You know, don't trip on the money. You know what I'm saying? You know, what can I do to be? Don't trip on that part. Look at the part that when you ain't got no connection on your purpose with the Creator, then you all over the place. You got to do like Players Club. You got to work what you got to get what you need. Because you ain't got no real purpose and no real direction, no connection with the Creator. So you in survival mode. So you got to be grimy, cutthroat. You know what I mean? And those are people that we support and we believe. And the people that we hate and we think something is crazy about them, like Kanye, them the one that's telling us what's up. But we got it backwards, man. We got it backwards. But we've been led to believe that and think that way by puppet masters. And we can't even see. We can't even wake up and see that we've been bamboozled. What a shame.
They don't want to wake up. Well, that's the problem. They don't. Our society don't want to fucking wake up. They don't want the reality. They don't want a reality check. They want to keep living in this fantasy world that's fucking over them, leading them to the goddamn slaughterhouse, and they have no problem with it.
Yeah.
They have got immune to self-destruction.
Yeah.
That's why it's so indicative to us to have to separate ourselves from the flock.
Right. Yep.
You got to remove yourself because of a good majority of the people that you know or the people you grew up with. Guess what? They're gonna be following the leaders.
Yeah.
You have to make yourself a leader and say, I'm not finna do that. Like I told you, I remember my 6th grade teacher telling me that everybody sitting around you ain't gonna be here when you get to the end.
Yep.
That shit was a valuable lesson. It was a critical lesson that really showed me that in life you have to make a decision on what you choose, what route you're going to take, how much work you're going to put in, how much you willing to take off somebody. All that is an individual preference, man. And a lot of times people get to the point to where they just get content with just the bare minimum in life. You know what I'm saying? Then you got messy motherfuckers that sit here and hold their phone all day on Facebook strolling, YouTube strolling, wherever. They just live for drama. They watch every fucking bullshit reality show that come on TV that don't promote nothing but black on black, tearing each other down, degrading each other. And you know, it's just how much of this shit that we gonna consume before we realize we consuming bad food.
Yep.
You know, and then you watching divorce court on TV. Guess what? If you married, shit, sooner or later you're gonna be getting divorced. You know what I'm saying? You watching fucked up relationships. You watching people do bad. We are creatures of habit, and the habits that we create, we become victims of those habits.
Yeah,
that's simple as that. How much shit you gonna sit around and consume before you realize that you have to do something different? You have to want something different. If you want positivity in life, you have to do positive shit. You can't go out here being negative towards people thinking you gonna get positive results. Shit don't work like that. You get what you put out.
Yep. Yep.
Our community is hell, man. But you know, at this point, we fight for the injustice, but understanding we have to save the youth. We have to give the youth something better to look for, because these past 30, 40 years, man, has been the roughest for our community. You got right now, you can go to a club, you see these fucking females out here, they in the club with their mama. When that shit start happening? That's the new norm. Parents turning up with their kid like, oh, hold on, we can celebrate mama's birthday, but mama ain't coming to our party.
Right.
That's how CJ So Cool met his baby mom.
Shit crazy.
Why would mama want to be at our party?
Hello?
Yo, Dean, what's up?
What's up, J Rod? I ain't know. That shit went blank. I ain't hear nobody, so I ain't know.
Yeah.
Man, y'all go ahead and have y'all open discussion. My brother called, so I'm listening to y'all.
What up, J Rod? What up, Unc?
Oh, what's good with you?
Nah, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Whatever the case may be. Oh man. Oh man. It's looking good. It's looking good. It's looking good. I just can't wait for the 8th. That's all I'm praying for. What you feel like gonna happen, J Rod?
I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I just think it's very funny that now all of a sudden they pushing. Now the appeal date is getting pushed back. I'm wondering what caused the pushback on the appeal now.
Not, but they said they give her. I think it said they giving her more time to put in where case may be. I guess whatever for the deadline. But I heard they said she typed up like 60,000 words, and they said usually like the judge gave her that to exceed it. Like I guess she gonna throw in way more than what they can handle on the appeal. She probably gonna throw the whole deck of cards at them.
Like I said, 60,000 words.
That's mad words.
Knowing Bonjean might roll in with 120.
Facts.
And the judges and the court's gonna be like, God dang, you done went above and beyond. It must be a whole lot of BS that must have went on with this.
I'm telling you, J-Rock. That judge, I'm telling you, it's sad to say I fuck with Lennon Webber a little. You know why? Because I like the fact that he said, why y'all ain't put everything all in just one case? But see, they know what the asses are doing. You gotta get 2 convictions overturned now, but he ain't worried about that because it's like, yo, we see. Now, say what you saying, Gerard.
I didn't mean to cut you off. What I was saying was, I was on another panel, another platform earlier. I was on Lady D's.
I'll be on Lady D. I was on there too.
I kind of broke down that timeline. The one thing I didn't mention was the fact that TP2.com also celebrated its 20th anniversary the exact same month that his self-titled was at his 25th anniversary. So he had 2 albums. He had an album that was on the 25th anniversary and the 20th anniversary in 2020.
That's
right around the exact same time. Then you got a presidential election year and other election seats up for grabs.
Facts.
And I told him, look, these people are telling you what they're doing without telling you what they're doing.
Facts. And it's crazy. I really feel like in my heart, if Trump was in office, Kelly wouldn't be sitting there.
No.
He probably would have told him cop out.
Just plead. What it do? It's your boy Big Val Opinion back with another live video. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that share button. And most
I'm telling you, they know what they're doing. Cause that man, they was seeing that man was pardoning too many people, and they ain't like that.
That man, it's like I said, everybody trying to reduce R. Kelly to the so-called monster, biggest monster walking planet Earth. Never mind, we got people around like that one chick and
you saw it. You saw it.
Dallas, who stabbed all 5 of the kids, killing 3 of them.
Yo, J-Rock, you ain't see today the lady that's 31 and she got pregnant by
I
a
prayed about
13-year-old.
13-year-old.
And I'm
Yes.
just like, yo, and then mad people in the comments, I've been saying this to my lady.
And she ain't getting
People
no time.
don't feel the same way when it's older women, quote unquote, abusing young boys. You get what I'm saying? People don't feel the same way. But when it's a grown man messing with a chick that's 16, 17, oh,
Oh, they got all the smoke then.
he's taking advantage. Whoop-de-whoop. Come on, man.
Yeah, and see,
My mom could tell you. She didn't quote. My mom could tell you out her mouth, J-Rock. I got, son, when I was in high school, any female could tell you, I don't lie about my age. I'm gonna be real honest. Like, most of my sexual partners in high school, believe it or not, were women in their 30s and 40s. Didn't lie about my age, no nothing. So it's really a double standard out here that people really point the finger towards men, like men is the only one out here that's doing things like that, when it's a lot of older women out here that's cougars and like high school kids or people in people that's in college. I'm telling you.
I believe you. I believe you because I've been seeing some videos when they be talking about like the passport bro movement, and some of these women talk about them guys going overseas taking advantage of little girls and everything, this, that, and the third. When the whole time you got grown women going to islands like Jamaica or whatever the case may be, and they taking advantage of little boys that are like 12 and 13 years old.
Exactly.
15, 16.
So, yo, I'll be saying, yo.
And one guy, I forgot his name. I forgot what show it was, but he said that he was like about 14 years old, and there was this lady that was touring. She was every bit about 35. And then he was like giving her directions somewhere. I guess she was looking for a resort. She got lost or somewhere, and she started kind of taking a liking to him.
Regular.
And then shortly she started pushing up on him and coercing him to have sex with her. I don't know if she paid him for it. I'm assuming that she did, and she might have, and it was just and that kind of stuff been going on for a minute, but they do everything they can not to mention it. And he brought up the point. He said, "What do you think going on some of these girls' trips?"
Of course. Yo, but yo, J-Rock, this is what's killing me. Yo, I remember when Surviving R. Kelly came out. I'm just sitting back on Facebook, right? Mind you, I just told you, I didn't slade women that was in their 30s and 40s, right? So I'm sitting back, watching them bash R. Kelly. And I'm just really sitting there looking like, you forgot? Like, hold up. You must have forgot. Like I just can't understand the double standard. And I'm just in my head like, shorty, you forgot? Like, and I didn't, J-Rock, as I told you, my lady could tell you, I didn't show her Facebook messages. Like, I don't ever have to lie about my age. Like, that was never me. Like, I remember way case maybe during AAU season, not to put somebody's business out there too much. It's public record. I remember right after a basketball game in Dykeman, this came out in the paper. I'm gonna try to find the article for you and all that. Came out like it was a big thing. This lady had a nice job. She was a teacher. She was working. I forgot what high school she was, but long story short, before Rucker was the lit tournament, but now over the years it became Dykeman. Rucker is not like, you feel me, on the level as Dykeman. You get what I'm saying? So her house was right near in the Dykeman neighborhood. So boom, right after the game, it was like 14 of my mans, like 14 of them. They went over there. and ran a train on this lady. And she knew each and every single one of them was in high school.
Whoa. Hold on. Wait. Repeat that again. I'm trying to make sure if I heard what I think I heard.
J-Rock, right after a basketball game in the hot summertime, mind you, they didn't even take no showers, no nothing. This lady had she had all 14 of them go into her crib, and they was running trains on her. And you know how she got caught? One of them recorded a video, and then he put it on. I forgot, he did some stupid. I don't think he met. His girl found it in his phone, and then his girl was the one, because they went to school together, and then the girl seen it in his phone, and then she the one that I guess sent it to herself and then leaked it. I was like, wow. But this is what I'm telling you. People are pointing a finger out here like, yo, men are the only ones that do this in life. It ain't only men.
The whole team?
The whole team. After a basketball game.
Was her name Amtrak?
J-Rock, you stupid. But yo, I kid you not, as I said, I just don't like the fact that it's like, yo, y'all trying to use Kels as the poster child of this. And I'm not going for that.
Yo! Y'all, guess what?
What
We
up,
got a
bro?
new member on the chat. We got a new member on the panel. That ain't David. We got we got Classy.
Oh, was you on Lady D earlier?
Who, Classy?
Oh, no, I thought that was the Drake. I forgot what was her name. I was listening to
That
Lady
was
D.
lady with the A was on. This is Classy from the chat. She's a member of the channel.
What's up, Classy?
Hey, Classy, how you
What's
doing?
up?
What's up, Classy?
Welcome to the panel, fellas. She say she got that timeline. She say she got some dates. She say she been investigating. Introduce yourself, Miss Lady. Oh, she know the name, J-Rock. What's going on, Miss Classy?
Sorry, I'm a little sick, so I just got off work. But what J-Rock said a while ago about Javante, that caught my attention. So
I knew it was gonna catch somebody's attention about
1999, Kels only had a select few people in his circle, which consisted of Lisa Van Allen, Andrea Kelly, and his bodyguards and managers, as well as Cheryl Mack. Now, if you look back to when she said she supposedly seen Aaliyah and R. Kelly having sex in the back of the tour bus, that would have had to been close to when he was doing his 12 play thing. But by that time, she was already long gone. And here's how I know that. Javante Davis began her ride with R. Kelly in 96. She pulled her stunt while he was with his kids. They couldn't have been too old, probably like 3, maybe 4, the oldest one. And she was sent home December of 96. Now, sorry, y'all, I'm looking at my notes. My bad.
That's fine. Go ahead, take your time.
Okay. December of 96.
Because you mentioned December 96. And see, that was around the time because he had his Top Secret tour in the spring of 96 going into the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, Kells had 1 million tours.
Yeah, because I was at a concert for that tour, for that Top Secret tour. I was there because that's why those other women. That's why the women in Baltimore that told their stories were full of BS. Because it said that
not to cut you off, Gerard. So after the now I was just saying, Gerard, after the Top Secret tour, was the Get Up on a Room tour was after the Top Secret tour or before?
Yeah, it was after.
Now say what you say. My bad.
But go ahead, class.
Oh, my bad. All great points. See, I done wrote so much down about this. I done got so many different dates that I done lost track of where I wrote that at. But I was gonna bring up the other tour he went on. Sorry, y'all. I'm a little discombobulated. I've been dealing with kids all day.
Nah, it's cool. Do your thing. Take your time.
Kids will do that to you.
Yeah. So can we just jump on over to a couple of the victims?
Go right ahead. Do your
Which
thing.
one you want to bring up?
The floor is all yours.
So I got a couple things on a lot of people. Geronda Pace being one of them. She says she met R. Kelly at the 2008 trial. If she's 28 now, that would put her at about 13 years old. Now, my problem with that is you in high school, 13 years old, supposedly you're 15, and you and Dominique Gardner, I don't know, Gardner. I guess I should say.
Her mom last name is Kramer, but her last name is Gardner.
Gardner, you say y'all are the same age, correct? Dominique Gardner is now 32 years old, which would put you at 32 years old. That means when you went to the 2008 trial, you were 17, not 15.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, is legal age of consent in Illinois.
Exactly.
So you mean to tell me? Hold on. You mean to tell me Geronda Pace ain't number 32?
Exact, yo.
Yep.
Because
Man, this hoe look like she was born in Flintstone. This girl look like she about 50 something.
You think Geronda look like a baby? I'm not gonna lie. I feel like a kid.
Man, Geronda don't look like no baby, man.
You think Geronda look old?
Look at that hairline. That bitch hair in the back of her head. Like, I mean, when she come out, like but I can say this. The way that they marketed these females, they made these females try to make them look like stressed out, like they've been through a lot of shit.
Va, you put that perfect. Because the way they put them females on Savannah Kelly, they did a great job at doing that. I'm not gonna lie. They made them women look like they went through hard times. Well, if you listen to Uncle Greg just recently, what he said, yo, that man took nothing but care of him. And if you look at how Rob took care of Joycelyn and Azriel, I don't believe he wouldn't have, like, especially if y'all was his girls. Man, look at, he got their teeth done, he got their chest done, he got them BBLs, he bossed them bitches up. Excuse my language.
And not only that, we don't even have to go to Surviving R. Kelly. We can go to talk shows like The Real that had Geronda Pace They had her made up looking like she every bit of about 14 years old on that show. Didn't have no makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Had her hair pinned back, had like a little canary yellow blouse on.
Facts.
And
Facts.
and now all of a sudden they got her, and they just did everything to make her up look all young, knowing this girl everybody had about 4 kids at that point, and I think that was just before she was pregnant with her other one.
Yeah, I think she just had her 5th or 6th at the trial or some shit. I'm glad none of them babies are Kelly
since
babies.
y'all bring up babies, let's talk about it. Geronda claims that her and R. Kelly were intimate hundreds of times before she was of age. Now, she met R. Kelly at the age of consent. We just gonna put that out there. She's lying. But she also lied about this. Now, if you go back to a couple months after 2009 hit, her and Bubba were in a relationship. Bubba gets her pregnant.
Ooh.
Bubba gets her pregnant, and she has sex with Kels for the first and last time. Last time being as though she told R. Kelly 2 months into her pregnancy that she was pregnant. He told her he didn't want any kids with her because she was not his girlfriend and that she needed to go and get an abortion. Now, she got the abortion and it wasn't Kels's baby. So she then tells R. Kelly that in order for her to keep quiet about the things that she had been through with him, she needed $250,000.
There go that number again. 250 has always been the one consistent number as far as monetary amount that everybody always seems to be focused on.
Facts. Yo, J-Rock, crazy
let
said
me take
that.
you here, J-Rock. Let me take y'all here. The $250,000 went towards a business that she was trying to open. The business gets shut down because of bankruptcy. Kels would no longer pay for the rent for the building, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, was like $100,000.
So she had that $250,000 she had in a settlement, and she was trying to invest that into a business.
Yep. She wanted to open a hair salon / like spa type thing, since she has always been into like healthcare for women, I guess.
Well, her hair never done.
Exactly. My point exactly. This is where it gets interesting. She told Kels that she was making payments towards the building. She never bought the building. She was doing hair from inside of Kelly's home until she was put out. Once she was put out, she didn't have nowhere to go because she cut off everybody that had been close to her friends and family because she told them that she was going to be Mrs. Robert Sylvester Kelly and she didn't need them anymore.
So here's my question. What did she do with the money if she didn't invest in the building or anything else like that?
Gave it to Bubba.
The money went partly to Bubba, correct. The money did go partly to Bubba, but the other part of that money, which after she gave what she gave to Bubba, she only had about $50,000 left. That money went to Cheryl Mack.
Yo, Cheryl Mack a piece of shit, yo. And that's why funny shit, J-Rock. That's why they got a strong hate towards Diana Copeland. Because I really think that lady was the only one that wasn't really pulling bullshit.
And why is it every time there's some fuck shit involved, Cheryl Mack's name is always popping up?
Exactly.
I have no clue. I'm still looking into her. I still got a few things to get off my chest about her that I'm going to write down soon, and hopefully I'll be done with that by the broadcast. But as for Geronda Pace and Dominique Gardner, they were in a sexual relationship.
I
And
could believe
that
that.
is how Dominique got there, because that was around the time her and Kels had got intimate and she was pregnant.
Wait a minute.
She,
You said Dominique Gardner and who?
And Geronda.
Geronda,
Mm, mm, mm.
Dominique and Geronda were being intimate one night, and Kels happened to catch it. This is when she claims that she asked Kels to have a friend over, and he told her, yeah, to give her his number. Well, the number was given to him, and he did end up having her come over about 2 nights later. That night, he told Geronda he had some things to do and he was hitting the studio. He went and played basketball. When he came back home from basketball, Geronda and Dominique were in his living room on his couch doing the scissor. and,
Wow.
and he asked them if he could record it. They told him no. He agreed that he wouldn't record it, and they all became intimate. And this is when the relationship with Kels and Dominique started. Although she claims that she had not met him until around 2010-ish. She had been there late 2009. I was going to say 2009, but 2009 she had been there. Late 2009, around December, just before New Year's. They made it official at a New Year's party he threw that year. She was also at a birthday party he threw, and that is when she returns back home to her mom after her and Geronda had got money to go shopping and get their nails done. She came out to Kels as gay. And that is where the whole she was made to dress up as a boy because she was so boyish came from. I don't want to say openly gay, but I believe that she is bisexual. She has been with like 7 women during the time she was with Kels in their open relationship. I just want to make that clear too. What her and Kels had was open. So it wasn't a you can't leave, you can't see this person and see that person. She didn't talk to men because she was more into women.
Sound like
Wow.
one big
Yeah.
ass freak show.
Let's open back up the notes. 2012, Dominique Gardner proposes a business by the name of Dope Connects to R. Kelly. She shows him a few pieces that she wishes to sell, which is men, women, and children's clothing. This business opens up 2017. By 2019, the business ends up going bankrupt, and both the Instagram and website were taken down. Also, Geronda, Dominique, and Kitty Jones were all with Kelly up until December of 2019. When they left, Kels gave them $15,000 apiece. and he told them to do with it what they pleased, but to leave him alone. The money that Kitty Jones invested went towards her books and a business that has yet to open. Dominique Gardner, she tries to pay off some debts she had, and what it says here is that she paid off majority of her debt and then went back. When she went back for money, the remaining money that she owed to certain people. She owed money to certain people because Dominique had a pill problem. That's why she looked so stressed out. Dominique had a pill problem.
Whoa.
Just like how Azrael got a coke problem.
Exactly.
And if you want to know where that started with whoever Johnny is.
Demetrius Smith.
Wow.
You mentioned Kitty Jones.
Mm-hmm.
See, I have a little story behind her. I got a friend of mine who used to DJ at a radio station in my hometown.
Mm-hmm.
And she was at a Genuine concert, bumped into Kitty Jones at that concert. This was around the time that she was dealing with R. Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Are you sure?" She said, "Yeah." She said, "Yeah, I'm sure. I remember. I know her face and everything." She was right there in the concert. And how she knew, and how she got to the concert, she knows Genuine's godfather. So she knew. So she knew Genuine, she knew a godfather, and the women out around, and Kitty Jones was right in the middle of them. Didn't have no shackle, didn't have no chain, didn't act like she wasn't held hostage, none of that.
So since you brought up the hostage situation, let's go ahead and shut that down now.
Oh, I can't wait for this.
The assistant came out and said, no one was held hostage. This is from her mouth. No one was held hostage. Every woman that wanted to leave left.
That was Diana you talking about now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does anybody know how many times Geronda Pace left? Supposedly.
She a runaway slave.
Is that
baby girl left 12 times. 12 times. She returned a 13th time. By this time, she had 3 kids.
How fitting it was 12 times. And one of his most popular albums was 12 Play. But, hey. The irony.
And that's what we're getting at. Shit. So apparently, around the time he was making Black Panties, a song was dedicated to her, Sex Genius, and she says he mentions, kind of goes around the fact that he was having sex with her as a minor, and she called him a sex genius. Well, that is untrue, because they were only intimate one time. During that one time, Kels was drunk because they had attended a party. The same party that she claims she needed shoes for when he apparently told her to go get the shoes and come back, and she left.
Facts.
And that's the time that she said she had to get the shoes from her uncle's
uncle's house. That's exactly. When he was like, That's when he was like, unless you need some shoes down the street from your uncle's house. Quit playing, y'all.
I'm just about to crack that whole thing wide open. If anybody knows where Kels lived at the time, there was a certain celebrity that lived down the way in which Geronda was going to see.
Oh, hold on. There was another celebrity in the neighborhood?
In Olympia Fields?
You talking MJ?
Was it Olympia Fields or was it Highland Park?
This had to be.
If it's 2010, it had to be around there. It had to be Olympia Fields because that's the only crib he really had at that time. And remember, after that, that's when he bought the right after that he.
As a matter of fact, it was Olympia Fields.
Okay.
Yeah, correct. After that, he
Because
sold that and then
she
he
said
bought Atlanta.
because she recently exposed herself. She says that in order to get out of the house, like the neighborhood, I guess you could say, she had to go out the gates. So it had to be Olympia Fields. She had to go out the gates and about a block before she reached this said celebrity's house. Mind you, Geronda claims she does not like women, but this celebrity was an openly gay woman from around that time.
Is it the Brat?
She hesitating.
Yo.
Good evening. Can I ask something of my dear sister? How you doing, my dear sister? I'm Big Vibes, Uncle Muse. How you doing?
Hi, how you doing?
I want to ask you a question. You said that JP had a baby by Bubba and tried to put it off on Mr. Kelly, and she got an abortion. Did Bubba and Mr. Kelly know who the father actually was, and was that brought to light preferably to Mr. Kelly so that no further blackmail was used at that time? Can you shed some light on that if you can?
I surely can. So, Bubba knew that she was pregnant because he took her to the doctor to get tested because they had a rule in that house that every 3 weeks you would go get tested for any, STDs, things of that nature, any health issues. When she goes to get tested, she's about a month and a half pregnant. He adds up the dates, and initially that was the last time they were intimate for a while. However, after she had sex with R. Kelly for the first and the last time, she ended up telling Kel she was pregnant. Bubba exposed her for trying to extort Kels in a way, which she kind of succeeded since she got the money from it. But anyway, he then comes out about a year later to Kels and tells him, like, hey, that baby she tried to say was yours, that was really my baby, she aborted. And him and Kels have a falling out. I think they rekindle for a little bit, and then things just go left from there. But
yeah, that explained. They okay. Thank you, my dear sister. Thank you. That's all.
I know I'm all over the place with this, but all these people connect.
You good. You good. You good. You good.
You're not. You're not as all over the place as you think you are. Because I'm just playing all of this in the back of in my head as you explaining it.
You feeling it. You feeling all that. Wow.
You keep going like this, we may have to call you Prima Donna Jr.
Let's see here. Okay. Dominique Gardner. She comes into the picture. She says in like 2012. If in 2012 she would have been 18, if she had been messing with him for 6 years before that, she would have been 12. So that was a lie. When she met Kels, she was 18. When she left, she was 27.
Okay,
When she
that's what I'm
officially left,
to clear that up. Ooh, that
she
young
was
lady.
30.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Wow. Whew, man. Mm, mm, mm.
Just when you thought it could get no deeper.
Right, J-Rock. Right.
Now let's go back. Let's go back to Miss Pace. We're gonna take it all the way back to the beginning.
How did she
Miss
even get
Pace
in the
claims
first
that
place?
she met.
Yeah.
Miss
Go right
Pace
ahead.
claims that she met R. Kelly at his 2008 trial, and she was 15. Well, that would put her born in 1993. But even if she was born in 1993, you add, let's go back here. Sorry, y'all, I'm getting my calculations together.
Okay.
J-Rock,
we
1993. If she was born in 1993, she would be 30 today. So that means that whole thing about her meeting R. Kelly at the
court
at the age of 15 at the court is a lie.
Right.
When she met R. Kelly, since she would be 32, she was 17. She showed fake ID at the courts, obtained by an old court official in which was a close friend of her family, who was also in close relation with Bubba.
Oh, damn.
Wow. Did she
So
turn
you said that, the first thing I thought about when you said when you
makes
said
sense
kind
how
of
she
court
got in.
official, I almost thought about Demetrius Smith. Because he always seemed to be involved around these court officials in regards to licenses and IDs and all of that.
Right.
I was thinking it was him.
Right. Clergy and all type of weirdo. Right. What the heck?
But when you said linked to Bubba, like, oh damn.
Wow.
Demetrius Smith probably Bubba uncle.
And don't say that. I'll be flatline me.
I would believe that. I would believe that.
At this point in time, that wouldn't shock me.
Right.
They all get their snake and effed up ways from somewhere.
Yeah, sometimes J-Rock situations in life have to occur like this so we can rearrange some things from how we used to do it. And I'm gonna just let that breathe right there. You know what I mean? Sometimes it takes incidents just to get us like, whoa. You know what I mean? And we just rearrange everything, sweep clean everything, whatever that may be, and we go on a new journey. You know what I mean? Cause this
The more y'all
Hey,
crazy madness.
let me say something right quick.
Yeah.
For everybody that's in the chat right now, if you want to send the letters out, get over to my community wall Go under my community post where I share the link with you all. Click that link. Request the letters. Click the link. Click the link. Request the letters. Once you request the letters, you will have access to all 5 of the documents that you need to put in the mail. I made it so simple for people to have access to it. Go on my community wall. Go to the post where I drop the link for the PDF letters. Hit the link, press request, and the letters, you will have access to all the documentation needed to get these letters sent in. You see, Bunjean has approved it. Kel's asked, Bunjean stamped and sealed it for us. Now it's time for us to do the work. All right, y'all go ahead.
That's it. That's all, nephew. What's up?
Yeah, I want to interject for a second. Then the young lady, she can go ahead and finish up because I hadn't been on while she was talking. I just came in, but I want to say, the more that you unfold, the more skin's gonna start to shed. Because this truth right here we getting right now, I ain't never heard it before. So it's gonna be a lot of skins being shed out the wild.
Yeah.
And I'll yield back.
Yeah. Wow.
Also, just to give people a little insight about me, I am a criminal psychology law major, which is a. Ooh, do I have an echo?
Don't tell them too much. They'll be looking your phone up.
Which is a law major with a degree in psychology. I earned my degree in psychology as a high schooler while studying a case on Michael Jackson.
Wow.
Now,
got the echo back, nephew.
Let me
put my.
Is it still echoing?
No, I don't think so. I think you're good.
Okay. So since we're on psychology and we're talking about the victims, I'm going to go ahead and break down some of their body language and the things that they do that lets me know that they are lying.
You know what? Yes, let's do this because we've had people on all these other TV networks, so-called body language experts, trying to break down whether R. Kelly is lying or not. They've been doing all this for when they do that about at least about 3 years ago, three and a half years ago after the Gayle King interview. Everybody had a body language expert talking about he did this, he did that. So.
Because they was part of the mess. That's why.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's exactly why I did this, because I'm so tired of people going on different things and looking up his interview to get body experts and all this extra stuff on there when there's no need for it. The man was telling the truth. Now, Jerhonda Pace. If you notice during her interview with, I think it was the people on The Real, I believe.
Yeah, she was on The Real.
Yeah. So if you notice, she keeps playing with her fingers, her thighs. She has clam hands, which is just sweaty hands. She's trying to wipe the sweat off to make herself feel a little more comfortable. And if you notice, she never makes direct eye contact unless it's a line that she specifically remembers saying before, such as, for example, she never makes eye contact when she goes into detail about, sorry if y'all heard that. She never goes into detail. I'm sorry. She never makes eye contact when she goes into detail about the things that they would do sexually and the things that he likes to be done in the bedroom. That was added on after it had been mentioned that she had a book out, in which she put in the book the things that he would like done to him sexually. From what I viewed, that was a lie that she had taken from someone else's story and added it into hers and tweaked it for it to make more sense for her story.
They've been doing that constantly.
Uh-huh.
Remember J Rock taking from each other's story? That's
Yes.
exactly Cheryl Mack did to form that memoir, whatever that crap was.
Oh yeah. So in other words, they've been taking their own pieces of other stories and remixing it, basically.
You got to, because you don't got nothing but lies. You got to come up with something.
Point and case exactly. All of these women have taken different pieces of each other's story. And that's why when Kel said, how do you know they don't know each other? All of these women have been around each other on multiple occasions for multiple different meetings at different varies of time, dating back to 2017, when most of them had finally sort of lost contact with Kelly because he was more focused with the two women he was with at the time.
Right.
And you mentioned 2017, which is exactly the same time when all of this BS started, which initially starts as the silver anniversary of his first album, which was born in the 90s, which is January of 92, which is January 2017, the silver anniversary of his first album. So there it is.
And to add on to what you just said, J Rock, January 12th, 2017 was the day that all of these women stopped contacting Kelly for a short period of time, which was also the day that Jerronda Pace, Dominique Gardner, and Kitty Jones met with Drea Kelly at a restaurant in California.
I'm sorry. I don't address her because that's not her last name.
So that was the collusion date.
That was the day that what was discussed, they think people don't know. But that was the day that they came up with the idea of, okay, for how long can we come up with lies to extort some money from Kelly, because Drea felt she was owed more than what she was owed, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes perfectly sense.
She told Jerronda Pace that day that if she were to come out and tell her story, that she could get at least $12 million
Wow.
from her story and her story alone. She told the other women that they could make money off of it as well. This was also the day that Dominique Gardner went back to Kelly, telling him what was going on. She left out some stuff,
of course,
to make herself look good.
Of course.
And he asked her why. He asked her why she went to meet with them, and she said to him, and I quote, to bring back the information that they were going to give to Lifetime and bring it back to you. Albeit they did not give the information or the scripted information to the Lifetime people until late 2017, and they practiced their scripts.
Of course.
Yep.
For that entire year of 2018, and then began filming. And if you notice, Drea Kelly, as she talks about going through and getting on the website with the abuse questions, she said there were only 2 things that Robert hadn't done to her. Those 2 things consisted of physically hitting her and physically forcing her into sexual intercourse.
Well, no disrespect, but however, those children, his kids, his adult kids now, young adult children, they the only one that has a right to his last name. She doesn't have that right anymore. And the only reason she uses it is to finesse the situation. Sheila has no right to that. The court made clear that when they was divorced, and she was remarried after that.
Yep.
I just put that out there because that just not coming at you, my queen, but just even in the media when they keep mentioning her name, they keep on saying that's not her last name. So.
I only address her as that because that's what she comes up as.
Right. I got you.
But I don't feel she even deserves that last name.
No.
Don't talk about her baby daddy. She the only one can talk about her baby daddy.
Exactly.
Shit crazy, man.
Right.
But,
and she had a dude sitting next to her in the car.
Yeah, she all ratchet as fuck, man. But
Like on Friday.
Yeah, the woman sitting in the bed. I never figured that out on Friday. They say how many dudes was in the bed. I say, what you mean? How many dudes was in the bed? And I went back and looked at that shit. I said, she talking shit to Craig about him going to the movies. She got 3 dudes sitting in the bed with her. But I gotta run there. I gotta get out of here at 12 o'clock. I gotta go to a job site, so I hate to cut off this good live tonight, but
you know how we get out.
Well, yeah.
But y'all know we'll go for hours, but we got the lock-in coming up next Friday. So
next Friday. And that's right in the middle of the damn March Madness.
Yeah.
Well, y'all, I'm going to continue my research on these ladies, and I will bring y'all back something next Friday.
Okay.
I could do this. I knew she was lying when I saw this right here. Hold on. I saw this woman. I saw this. I knew this woman was lying. Who is this right here?
Oh.
Is that Javante?
I got so much to say about her, so I'm going to let you go.
Got teeth to the
bro.
Man.
Boy, thank you, boy.
Oh, my fault, y'all. Damn.
Yeah, she come from chapter 7. What was in chapter 7, Johnny? That's when I was smoking dope. What's up, Ann?
Oh man.
Looking
Clancy,
at her.
You're a part of the crew now, so you know what I'm saying? You know, you're a part of the crew. You know, Miss Lavish, y'all be on the panel holding it down. So anytime you got something you want to present, and we'll love to get more of the body language. They could be one of the segments right there for the lock-in. You know what I'm saying? The body language segment. Get more of that.
I would be more than happy to do that for you, Vi.
Oh yeah, we gonna hold it down, man. We one big family. We gonna put this shit together, and we gonna make it work. We gonna put it together. We gonna make it work. We gonna make it positive, and it's gonna be a good look for what it is that we all fight for, which is injustice, man. And without all the bickering back and forth, because we all about setting the bar over here. We gonna set the bar.
Looking at this picture right now, she's giving me that. I was prom queen.
She not J-Rod. She look like she was in the PJs.
That look like Wanda on Holiday Heart, boy. Man, I'm gonna hurt you out there. Hell no. Crack is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, it
For
is.
being honest, she could have played Crackhead Felicia on Friday.
For real?
Wow.
Yeah, I hit the pipe so hard I seen R. Kelly and Aaliyah having sex. I was so high. I'm so high I don't want to come down looking at it.
Wow. Yo,
I'm so high I believe I can this
was
the
so high
motherfucker talking about she wants the rights to I believe I can fly. That's why I know she was smoking dope.
Information on that too.
That's why I know she was smoking dope. You deserve a what? Yeah, she must have put a 40 on that motherfucking stem. Boy, she crazy.
Yeah.
You know what? I think she was confused. I think she was thinking the song was "I Believe I Was High."
I believe in my pipe.
They say that thing so good, I want to put it in my pipe and smoke it. No, Johnny do no wrong. Mr. Chapter 7 himself.
Right.
Yeah, man. So
Classy, you gotta come back a little bit sooner because I want to definitely hear more of what you got to offer.
Yeah.
I forgot that she had emailed me and she said she wanted to come up. So when I seen her, then I hurry up and link her in. I'm gonna email you my number so you can text me because it'd be better to send a link out then you'll know. If I email, people don't check their email right away sometimes. But
right.
But we're gonna get this show on the road. I'm looking like a model assistant.
At the moment, this is the only way that I check my email, so I check it every day.
Okay. All right, nephew.
Yeah, man, I'm finna ease on up out of here, man. Chapter 7.
All right, J-Rock. All right, my brother, Vibe. All right, what's...
All right, I'm about to
Classy.
All right, fam, hold it down. I'll holler on the next live. Holler back.
Miss Classy, definitely shout out to you.
All right,
and definitely looking forward to hearing more from you.
Yes, me as well. I enjoyed that. Commentary you presented. That was phenomenal.
Thank you. I will see you all later.
Yep.
Do some more research on these ladies.
All righty. I'm going to ease on out of here, nephew. Be safe, nephew, as you move around. I'm out.
just really want people to know, I appreciate anybody that's helping me. I appreciate anybody that's helping me. A lot of people have been there for me. I just don't want people going back and forth, being mad at each other because one person did this for me and another person did that for me. That's what the devil wants. He wants to cause confusion. That's what these people want. They want to cause confusion. And confusion ain't gonna do nothing but keep me in here. But the real thing is,
Oh, son, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul?
I want out. But it's hard. I need answers, Mama.
Robert.
I need answers.
Son.